What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. What are we going to do, man? The URL cannot afford to lose this caffeine contract, man. I think this Norb's lawsuit will play a big factor in caffeine dealing with the URL going forward because there's so much involved in this lawsuit. I think the URL has no other choice but to settle. They're going to have to because it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. When a judge subpoena Caffeine to hand over those documents and business affairs they have towards the URL, which may lead to type of auditing and tax invasions and looking into caffeine connections and other business partners. See, this thing could get real deep and real big, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And I'm pretty sure Caffeine is eventually going to have to tell URL, y'all got to make this right. Y'all going to have to make this right. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have to tell them to make that right. Go ahead. They're going to have to tell them to make that right. Because, close that door, son, baby. Ellie. Anyway, they gonna tell them they gonna have to make that right though, bro. Because once you start getting into the legal system, then they asking for documents on your partners and things like that, and you don't even know the affairs your partners have with other people. That thing could be a domino effect, man, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And why I believe the URL, they got to settle, man. They don't have no choice. They're going to have to settle, man, or they're going to lose everything to some degree. Because I'm telling you, first of all, you can't beat this case. You definitely can't beat this case with the charges that the judge allowed. And I'm going to be doing a breakdown on that. With the charges that the judge allowed, the URL don't stand a chance in beating this case. Even having the judge that's judging this case, they really don't have a chance at beating this case as a result of that neither. Because this same judge was just in a similar case not too long ago and awarded the person millions pertaining to the same situation as this. Then the jury really looked down upon major corporations trying to get over on, you know, a hardworking citizen. You know, when North walk in that courtroom, and this ain't no disrespect to North, but let's just be real. When North walk in that courtroom, and he definitely gonna play the part, and the jury looking at that overweight man and hearing the case, they gonna be sympathetic to him. They gonna be like, yeah, they played him. They really, really played him. He gonna win off sympathy alone. It ain't even the fact of them going by the law, because your appearance means a lot in court. When they looking at the URL, a major corporation, and then you looking at the dude sitting there by himself, there's so many videos of bloggers and battle rappers and even them themselves admitting that this man is a owner of the company. And when you see all the work that got his name attached and branded to it, man, the jury, the URL in trouble. Then they put their back against the wall because you got to keep in mind, y'all never even gave this man tax papers. And you never even gave this man tax paper, but y'all on record even admitting that he worked for y'all all these years and he never received any tax paper. See, this stuff get real, real, real deep. And like I said, Caffeine, man, That's the difference when you getting subpoenaed by the court to turn over documents. And then what happens is now they need to look into all the money that you see. Here's the thing about the courts, and this is what I'm trying to tell to the URL that's crazy about what they did because of their greed. Being greedy and selfish really hurt y'all in the case, because the thing about the courts is we living on government soil. Anything on government soil that makes a dollar, the government's supposed to get it. It's supposed to be taxed. It's supposed to be taxed. Simple as that. Simple as that. And if you operating any type of business on government soil, making money, and it's not being taxed, you are going against the law. You're going against the law. A lot of people get hurt because of tax invasions, which is actually no difference. You get the same time in tax invasion you would get from murdering somebody, shooting somebody, raping somebody. And when you dealing in all this major money like that, and now they looking into your client's backgrounds, which means they looking into your client's background, and you don't know they dealings or who they messing with on the side and all this, that's where that embezzlement and laundering money and stuff come from. Bro, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, mate. And you know, say for instance, I'm a business dude and I'm invested in Caffeine, but I also got shifty dealings going on. And now you're hearing like, you know, man, dude, look, they subpoenaed me to open up the books. Like, man, the purpose of our dealing with you, I ain't think we'll have to go through none of that stuff, man. If you open up the books, then they gonna find out about us. Then they gonna find out about me, then you don't know, man, like, dog, make that problem go away. It ain't worth it. Then you got the URL, man. Caffeine, for the most part, saved battle rap when it comes to what battle rap is. I'm keeping it real. This thing Caffeine did was unheard of. We ain't never been this spoiled. We ain't never been this spoiled in battle rap. It even changed all of us. This Caffeine thing changed even all of us when it comes to this battle rap stuff. What I mean by that? Okay. For the fans, we get the battles for free. We don't have to pay nothing. And it made us be prompt on time because we only get to see it once. So it forced us to actually be on time, to be prompt and on time. Or we gonna miss it. Sort of like getting ready for the movies. Then what it did was force the URL to be more professional. Because before Caffeine, remember, they never started on time. When you watch them Caffeine things, when it say 7, 8 o'clock, that's when it start. 7, 8 o'clock. And it ain't really, and they got it so professional that soon a round is over, the other person come right in. Like soon a round over, come right in. It's no hesitating. The other person come right in. Soon they done with their round, the other person, last word come out of their mouth, the other person coming right in. So that's the thing that's crazy about this too, where it forces the URL to be more professional. We get all the battles for free. So even if they put together a card and you don't like it, you still got it for free. It didn't cost you nothing. How we'll normally be mad about because we paid for a pay-per-view but didn't get a solid. We didn't get it didn't live up to the expectations. But if you got it for free, can you really complain like that? That's why I'm saying, man, they lose this Caffeine contract, then they back to being late, back to overcharging. Terrible, man. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So, Caffeine definitely saved battle rap, man. I mean, who would have thought we'd be getting all these battles for free? We getting Lux for free, Mook for free, Cassidy for free. We getting all our greatest battle rappers for free. For free. Like, come on, that's crazy. That's unheard of. But that's what they did. And now the URL is in danger of losing that caffeine account as a result of being greedy. I'm talking about, man, they could have gave that man something. They didn't want to give that man nothing, bro. I'm talking about, they knew what that man did for over 10 years and just tried to kick him to the curb without giving him nothing. Bro, think about all them. That going to show you how the lack of respect that they had for that man. I'm talking about not one of them wanted to give him nothing. Smack didn't want to give him nothing. Chico didn't want to give him nothing. Beasley didn't want to give him nothing. I'm talking about just all that man work, putting his life on the line. And he definitely was putting his life on the line because he got a lot of hate behind wearing that hat. He got a lot of hate behind wearing that hat. Y'all saying he got jumped on a couple times. Like Twerk jumped on him. Then the other dude jumped on him. A lot of people hated him because he would have to do the URL dirty work for them and get the blame for what Beasley and Smackman would be doing, but put it all on him to do because he didn't care about carrying out the orders. So they put him on the front line. And then you release the man, but you don't get a man nothing to show for it, man. You don't even get, usually when you get fired, you at least get a last check. They didn't even get that man a check. They just told that man, they fired that man on social media. He didn't even know it. We had to tell him. They didn't even have decency enough to tell him personally. We had to tell him. I called that brother on the phone like, hey man, I apologize. He like, for what? I said, they just fired you. You didn't know? He like, who fired me? I said, man, Smackman fired you, man. You better cut your Twitter on. That man didn't even know he was fired. That's crazy when you got to hear it from me. He felt so disrespectful he heard that from me. Yeah. But, see, what comes around goes around. They're in trouble now. I bet they wish they paid them. I bet they wish they paid them off now. I bet you that. I bet they wish they paid them off now. Yeah, I bet they wish that because it ain't no way they gonna win this. They finna make, the longer this go, the worse off they finna be. Because I'm telling you, they better settle this thing real quick. Because once this open in the court of law, really, see, if they settle it right now, the judge and them probably ain't gonna look through that paperwork or nothing like that. They just gonna be like, okay, it's settled, move that to the side. But once if they don't settle this, and this begin to go on, and they get to looking through them documents and getting into tax invasions and unpaid taxes and background checks and all, this could get real ugly. This could get real ugly. And I don't think Caffeine them want to be in the mix of that at all. At all. I'm sorry, they don't. They don't. They see how real this is. They lawyers for the first time was just at they last hearing. Caffeine lawyers and them was. Just so that they could see how serious this case was and what was going on. And now they're about to be subpoenaed to open up them books to let the court and them see. That ain't working. He better settle this real quick. If he don't settle this, and it's end up going the whole way to trial, this could get criminal. This will move from being about money to also being criminal. Because I promise you, he's going to do his judge as a representative of the government, looking to make sure all that paperwork lined up and that the government was being taken care of while y'all was making all this money. And I doubt if they got the proof of that paper trail of looking out for the government while they was making all their money. I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm trying to tell you, I doubt it. They ain't got paperwork on all them battle rapping checks. I'm sorry, they don't. They don't. They do not have paperwork on all them battle rapper salaries. I'm sorry, they don't. They don't. Which meant it wasn't taxed. It wasn't taxed. I'm sorry. But if they lose that caffeine and we back to 9-10 hour events, we back to paying for pay-per-views. Terrible, man. But it is what it is. This your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment. That's a question. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.